39 Easter eggs that you may not know about in Valorant, starting with one of the simpler ones. Every time there's some big pro event happening in Valorant, there is something to reflect it in-game. For example, with champs going on in LA, you can see an amazing setup here on Pearl with the trophy itself right dead center. And believe it or not, because I'm someone who explores a lot outside the map, I know for a fact you used to not be able to walk around this area, but after building this out, they even allow your character to ghost, drop, and walk around this pro setup. There's also some other niche things that never really took off but I think are amazing, like this sage wall glitch that instantly breaks it, allowing you to do something called the peekaboo peek. It's pretty funny, and this guy shows it off in some of the best way possible. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, the odds of your enemy expecting something like this is very minimal. Now another Easter egg, but kind of doubles up as a bug, is riding Sova's dart or riding Viper's wall. I'm going to put these together just to show you guys I'm not trying to be cheap here. You used to be able to ride Sova's dart, which is obviously a ton of fun. You can see these people having a blast.
That's a clip.
Or riding Viper's wall like this dude here. I've covered these multiple times, so we won't linger on them for too long.
Yeah.
Back to a little more Easter eggs or didn't know facts. The spike diffuse actually has two different sounds. This is the sound when you're first diffusing the spike, and this is the sound after it's already been halved. So if you have a keen ear, you'll be able to tell if the enemy has halved the spike or has not halved the spike. Believe it or not, you can also diffuse the spike while on the rope. So if you're planting the spike, be careful because it can be used to avoid molly lineups, which is obviously extraordinarily strong. Going back to the first point about being outside the map, every map has hidden tactibears as well as some others all over the map. Here are some locations, just for example, and every single map has this. The next Easter egg is actually PBE access. I think it's kind of common knowledge now, but for some reason people still don't know about it or ask me about it. PBE access allows you to play patches early, or most importantly, try out a ton of skins with a rotating shop that continuously rotates every couple minutes. There are 3 destroyable snowmans on Icebox. Here's location number 1, which most people know about, location number 2, and location number 3. Now this third location here where the snowman's actually propped up a little bit, this is one actually a lot of people don't know about. Every time I show them, they're like, oh, that's there. But moving on from there, did you know Skye used to be able to defuse the spike with her bird out, and it caused mass confusion due to the audio. The bird would come out after, making you think they're not defusing, but then she would just continue until she won the round. Another little fun fact is, did you know Skye used to have 3 flashes instead of 2, and this was at a time where you were able to instantly pop flash it, and then you would flash the enemy for the full duration, meaning it would turn the corner, flash, full duration, turn another one, flash, full duration, turn a third time, full flash. You would literally be flashed for as long as Skye wanted you to be. The Sentinels of Light as well as the Ruination skin bundle were both based off of League of Legends. Sentinels of Light is based off of Senna, as you can see here, and on the flip side, Ruination is based off of Thresh, both of which held as one of the better skin bundles in the game, and we can only hope for future skin collabs because, not gonna lie, League of Legends does have some amazing themes. You used to be able to break Lotus's door in a link before the round even started. You can see it here, and it was obviously extremely broken because you would instantly swing from an angle that would be otherwise impossible, or at least you need to make noise to get there, and it was patched pretty quickly. Gekko's molly trajectory is the exact same as Killjoy's, which is the exact same as KO's, meaning if you learn a molly lineup for one, you've immediately covered 3 different agents, which is extraordinarily useful. Speaking about Killjoy, why Joy was a thing. Why Joy was such a thing for so long. It was a specific card that would for some reason stretch and became synonymous with Killjoy, to the point they even made a meme video and then honored it with a different card in the future. Skye's glove on the very back on the strap actually spells plant if you compare it to the English alphabet. 16 equals the letter P, 12L, 1A, 14N, and 20T. Harper's pants actually have something as well. It's the exact same. 23 is W, 1 is A, 22 is V, and 5 is E, and it spells out wave. Just a cool little Easter egg to show how much they pay attention to the details. Another little tidbit is, did you know Cypher is married to somebody called Nora and has an unnamed child according to this source? We can hear a lot of voice lines showing him refer to this family of his, but we don't know if they're dead or alive. Another little fun fact is that Reyna was actually the most played agent in 2022, and despite her not technically being the strongest, due to her nature, she continues to dominate at the top. Even now, she still holds such a strong play rate no matter where she shifted into the meta. Did you know that the Vandal has a much higher pick rate than the Phantom? A large amount, actually. 76% of players prefer the Vandal over the Phantom. A lot of people know that Cypher was placed into the range, but he wasn't actually the only agent in the range. We've seen Brimstone, Fade, and even KJ's Alarm Bot. It's always a little bit fun, and it dives deep into Valorant's lore, and it always makes me wonder, imagine a little bit of a PvE or story element into this game that we could play through. I would love it. Something not so fun is you used to be able to throw weapons into this middle poster and defenders spawn on Pearl, and it would completely go through. Watch this guy troll my boy and make him lose his gun.
They mess with one of us.
Wait, can you guys come here? When you guys come here?
Why are they not killed at all?
Micah, can you buy
Throw
me?
your gun at this poster.
Yeah, I got you.
Did you know most agents actually have their very own agent playlist on Spotify? The only thing criminal is the fact that not every single agent has one. I think since they've started, they should keep it up. Going a little bit back to League of Legends, did you know that there's a Scuttle Shack on Split based off of League of Legends and actually refers to the Scuttle Crab that we see in League of Legends, like when they're going, up in jungle, up river and such. And the Scuttle Shack and the way it's intended makes us wonder if the Valorant universe eats scuttle crabs. Before Valorant got its name, it actually used to be called Project A. It was always a temporary name, similar to this next point, Valorant's ranks. They actually used to have stuff like Mercenary, Soldier, Veteran, Hero, Legend, Mythic, and Immortal, with the top rank being Valorant. It was very confusing, so they've changed it, but most importantly, the ranks all below it have changed. The color scheme of every single rank has changed, as well as the names. You used to also be able to see everybody's rank on the scoreboard in the game. This is actually a feature I really like, and I kind of would like to have it back, but I think the biggest problem is it's to ignore, or I guess slow down hate, because let's say someone's golden bottom fragging and your top fragging is a diamond, you might call him out on his rank or get a little toxic, which unfortunately is the case with video games. But something a little bit more lighthearted and fun, did you know you could body block Brim's Molly? And this goes with other projectiles as well. If you're super cracked and want to be the hero of the day, you're able to jump and bounce stuff off of your own body to protect the spike or the diffuser from lineups. KO is obviously a popular agent, but did you know that Fade revealed the fact that his full name is the Kingdom Anti-Yield Operative, or that's what it stands for, is more so what I'm saying. Did you also know that KJ used to not have a range limit for her utility when she was first released, meaning you could have your turret and all your stuff on one end while covering another site, and they would still be doing work for you. They would do their job. It was living hell for everyone else though. There are currently 22 agents in Valorant, but only 21 are playable. How is this the case? Well, Agent 8 is one that has been missing and has never been revealed. And we don't even know why. We don't know all the lore about it. We don't know if they're ever going to be revealed or if it's something that Valorant is going to keep hidden for much longer. Little fun fact, the spike explosion is about as big as the audio for sounds on the minimap. So when you're walking, you see that outline there. Well, that outline is also just about the size of the spike's explosion. A little lore fun fact is that Brimstone and Viper are the ones who founded the Valorant protocol. But for some reason, Viper doesn't really have any power, even though she was a founder. Instead, Sage is the one who's second in command after Brim. Makes you wonder what went down. Omen's beta face is incredibly different to the Omen we know today. And to be honest, I actually prefer the new Omen. Some people miss the old Omen. The new Omen looks a little bit more mythic and more like it's not a human underneath the hood. Maybe an octopus? Another little fun fact is that there are tier for weapon skins in Valorant. Select, Deluxe, Premium, Ultra Edition, as well as Exclusive Edition. They don't scale very well with price because Valorant's pricing is all over the place, but in case you didn't get some good guns in the latest night market, it's because the Ultra and Exclusive skins will not actually show up in the night market, leaving you with only a handful of good skin potentials to even pop up. Another little fun fact is that Valorant is recommended for ages 16 or older, meaning half of you watching this should probably delete the game. On April Fools, sometimes Valorant releases patch notes. There's some from 2021 or even 2023, and they're titled pretty ridiculous, so you know right off of the bat, like Valorant Patch Notes 2004 or Valorant Patch Notes 33 and 1/3, the final patch. And they have actual things like Brimstone's Sky Smoke duration increased from 20 to 100 seconds, or Breach's charges reduced from 3 to 1, stuff that are completely outrageous and aren't real patches, but they still, I can't say they tried to troll them. It would have been funny if they were a little bit more hidden or even allowed these changes to go through into a Swift Play or Spike Rush just to troll the community a little bit more. Raze and Killjoy are confirmed canon by Riot. They are in a relationship, and after tons of hints in games and people's speculation, it was cool for them to officially show it. Last little tidbit is, did you know that there is parkour in the range and even an entire speed run section on speedrun websites on people who can do this parkour as quickly as possible? So if you're having trouble b-hopping or even just general Valorant movement, it's a great way to practice.